making this candy cuff today, and I already got all my beads set up. How many beads you need is in the description box. Alright, so this pattern right here is actually for a 32 by 10, but I altered it to make it to be, I altered it, dang it. Alright, hang on, yeah, okay, my bad. I altered it to be a 32 by, okay, so when I'm making it, you should be able to see it, hopefully. I know my hands keep getting in the way. I might even move the camera again. This is just to set up for right now because it like wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. I wanted to be able to show the candy cuff, of course, I mean the pattern, of course, but at the same time, I still want to be able to show what I'm actually making. So I don't know, I might move the camera again here in a minute. I don't know yet. But anyway, so like I said, this is Marcelin from Adventure Time. So this pattern right here is a 32 by 10, but I'm altering it to be a 34 by 10. So you're going to need, if you were keeping it the same 32, you would need 145 dark gray beads. But since I'm altering it, I'm using 163 dark gray beads. You're going to need 4 red beads for the eyes. You're going to need 48 light gray beads for the face, and you will need 127 black beads for the hair. Like I said, I alternate, so I added 2 extra beads to it, but the original pattern said 125. And then, of course, if you need it to be smaller, you could just, you know, snip it. But what I would do, if you're going to make it smaller, I would do it like right here, like at the front, like cut a couple lines off the front, you know, that way you could still keep her face, because otherwise you're going to cut her hair off and then she'll look like a boy, you know. Just you know, that's just my suggestion. But anyway, let's get started. So I'm using stretchy string for this. I do not know what kind of stretchy string this is. All I know is it's really stretchy. I got it in a bucket of beads a while back. So sorry I can't help you with that. But what I would suggest is getting a lot of it, like a lot. So you don't have to, like, you know, keep cutting and adding more string later on. I would just go ahead and start off with a lot. Alright. So, yes. Like I said, I was trying to get my stuff set up early on, and the camera kept falling down. I couldn't position it right. So if y'all have trouble seeing me, like, well, not me, of course, because I'm not going to show my face, but if you have trouble seeing, like, me, like, making it or something, let me know, and I'll try to adjust it to where, like, you can. Because right now, like, it's over, the camera's over here to my side, so I cannot see it at all. Like, I can't see the screen, nothing. So, and every time I try to move it, like, it messes up. You know what I'm saying? I want to get to where it's, like, right here. Yeah, it's perfect. But then if I do that, then you can't see the pattern. See? It's just messed up, man. I don't know. I was trying to do, because I'm not at my house, man. I'm at a house and dog sitting, so I was trying to do it to where, like, you could see the pattern and still see my hands at the same, in the cuff at the same time. And I don't want it to get, like, I don't want to keep fiddling with it and then it just, like, fall apart. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get started. I can rattle off later. Alright, so right now we're going to need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10 dark gray beads to start. 2, 5. Nope. 6. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Alright, so now we're going to start with 10 beads. we're just going to make a single bracelet for your for the number 1 row. You make a single bracelet, okay? And please bear with me too, man. My hands are swollen. I woke up, my hands were super swollen because I spent like 3 days in a row working in 2 separate houses for like 11 hours or 12 hours straight cleaning. So like my hands are like really swollen right now, man. Like I kind of thought they were last night, but I couldn't really tell. All right, so now we need 1, 2, 3, 4 black beads. I couldn't really tell last night that they were swollen. Plus, for whatever reason, I was craving like salt really bad yesterday. So I ate a whole bunch of salt, which was not good because that explains why my hands are so swollen right now. Also, on top of it, I've been trying to drink a bunch of water, but I don't know if I equaled it out or not. All right, and now we're gonna need four light gray beads. And I put everything in the description. Whoops. In the description box. It has like everything you'll need. Like exactly what everything is. Alright. Now comes the tricky part. Now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Remember, I'm adding 2 beads. 14, 15, 16. 16 blacks. Alright. So let's count these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. Fourteen, 14, 15, 16. Woohoo! Yeah. All right. So this is the first row, the very first row. Yeah, that's what it looks like. All right. Now, what you want to do is you want to take short end, and you see where the end is over there. You want to loop it to make a single bracelet, and then you just tie it off. I like to put in at least 3 knots in it, sometimes 4, but I'll try to do at least 3. Okay, then you take your scissors, you carefully cut off the short piece. You don't want to cut too close to your beads and screw it up. What I always do is I stretch it out so that whenever I'm making it, it doesn't be like, super stiff. Then what you do is you go to where you see where your gray is, your dark gray. Take your long piece of string, and yes, I know it's super duper long, but take it, find the end of it, which is right here. Go up to your first bead, okay? And then you just push it up. If it wants to. Okay, there it goes. And then you push it, pull it through, like that. And then you just pull all of it back through that bead. So when we start back, we're going to start back on the second bead, okay, which will be row number 2. We're going to start back on there. All right, so that's how you read your pattern, okay, because it has numbers on it, and it goes all the way to number 19. And you can't see it right now because, like I said, the way the angle is on the camera, and I'm sorry for that. I really am. I couldn't figure out how to get the stupid thing to stand up properly. Like, I don't know. I'm having problems today. But, so anyway. So it goes to number 19, but when we start, every time we start, we're going to go over here to this corner, and we're going to read all the way across the top of the page, okay? So it's going to go diagonal. You're going to go, like, across the page to read it. And I'll show you more here in a minute, but... All right, so we're at number 2. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 dark gray beads. And I'm going to put that on there, so hopefully you'll be able to see me make it. Let me clear off my glasses. Man, they're dirty. Excuse me. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday today. I totally forgot it was even Friday, honestly, because I'm over here house sitting, dog sitting, and I'm having a 5-day vacay. Woo! I know, I'm so excited. 5 days in a row of me not having to go to work. Woo! Yes. But then I have 4 days where I have to work in a row this week, so it's gonna like really kill my hands. So I'm hoping after I get done making this, which I probably shouldn't be making candy with my hands swollen, honestly. I really shouldn't, but I want to make some candy because I have to make this other pattern, not this one, but another pattern for this girl at the boba place that I go get boba drink from. She told me that if I make her a Hello Kitty candy cuff, she'll trade me a drink for it. And I was like, hey, win-win. Plus, I love making candy. It's so relaxing. And I had horrible nightmares today, so I would love to be able to like relax and not worry about anything for at least an hour or so. All right, so like I said, we're gonna need 4 dark gray beads. So, all right, 4. And then what you do is take the first one, string it, go back up. See, it's gonna start right there. So we're gonna go to the 3rd bead, and then we're gonna just push. Sorry, y'all. All right, and then pull it through, and then put on another bead. I probably definitely shouldn't be making candy in my hand. My fingers this swollen, but like I said, I just wanted to. I've had this pattern for like, I don't know, like 4 years probably. I was supposed to make it for this little boy a long time ago. But then I fell out with his parents, so I was like, well, I'm not making it now. So, all right. And then if you're following the pattern, there is a black that starts on top of that dark gray. So now we're going to need 2 blacks. But then I was like, you know what? I have all these beads already like in these bags, so I might as well make it. All right, now you see I didn't put a lot of leeway on this first string, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull it through. You're pull all the other string through, okay? I want it to be, there you go, like that. I don't know if this is gonna stay. What the fuck? No. So it's gonna look like that. All right, you should be careful with it. Don't let it get jinkified. All right, but you see how it's starting to form? Yeah, that's how you know you're doing it right. All right, now you need, like I said, two black beads. We already put one on. We're gonna put this other one on. All right, don't let it get twisted. I was trying to already. All right, and go up. Push through. All right, now we're going to need a light gray, a black and a light gray. What is going on outside? It's like messing with my light. Alright, a light gray, a black, and a light gray. And this light gray is going to sit on top of a black bead. And then a black bead's going to sit on top of a light gray bead. And then a gray is going to sit on top of a gray bead. All right. And then when we go back to the other ones, crap, hang on. I'm having problems. My fingers, I swear. It's my fault though. Just, woo, don't do that. All right. Sorry, I hit the camera. Okay. Now you see how it wants to get all twisty? Don't let it do that. Okay? Because if it twists up or like, okay, see how it is now? That's how it's supposed to be, okay? But you got to make sure that you're paying attention to your pattern, you're paying attention to your cuff at all times, and you're paying attention to the string when you're pulling it through the other beads. Because I promise, it will get kinked up, and I have almost got a whole cuff completely done before I even realized that I either messed up, skipped a bead, or that something was wrong, and I had to undo every single one of those rows. And it's such a pain in the butt when it happens like that, especially when you're almost done, and then you're like, wait a minute, how come I have extra beads left? Like, am I supposed to have any beads left? Or like, then you like look at it and you're like, huh, why does that look like that? Or like, you know what I'm saying? It's a process. It's a process, you know, like making anything is, it takes time, you know, it takes time to do anything, especially any kind of arts and crafts. And it also, you know, it takes practice too. It takes a lot of practice, but you know, if I can do this, anybody else can do it. It's really not that hard, honestly. But when, like I said before, when I first started making these, I had no clue how to do it because I was watching tutorials on YouTube, but none of them were like explaining really anything. And plus their patterns were not facing me. You know what I'm saying? Like this, you could see this. You know, this is what I see. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else, they had their camera flipped around the other way. So everything was backwards. So it's like I was trying to do it the way they were saying and even following along with my own. But nobody ever showed me like exactly how to start it and like that I had to read it going up that way. Like nobody ever said that. I couldn't figure it out. You know, I'm really good at puzzles and like detective work and stuff. So I was like, well, I can just figure it out on my own, you know. And I did for the most part, but you know, there got to be a time where that just started not to work either. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need 6 black beads. Excuse me. 2. All right. 2, 4, 6. All right. All right. Now we're on black. So we'll be black on black for a hot minute. Come on. Dang it. Alright. Oh yeah. Alright. Let's just go ahead and pull that through. Oop. Yeah, I have a bunch of Adventure Time candy cuffs to make. Their Adventure Time patterns. I got I don't have them on me, but at my house I got what is it? The Flame Princess and Finn. I really want to do that one here soon. Okay, and don't forget, so we added an extra, we added 2 extra beads last time, which means we'll only add an extra bead now. Okay, so we need 2 blacks. And then at the end, we're gonna do and then at the end, we're gonna put on a dark gray bead. Alright. So come on. Ugh. I know it doesn't want to properly work for me right now. Stop it. Alright, now we go up to the top and we pull it through the top bead because it went in. So this gray bead went into that gray bead, and now it has, the string has to come out the top of that. Okay, so when we hold it, we just hold it and just pull it all through. Okay, but like I said, you don't want it to get jumbled. You see how it's like that? Make sure you straighten it out. And you don't want it to get twisted up either, so make sure you're watching it when it's pulling. All right, so this is what it should look like when it's starting to form your first and second row together. Okay, if it doesn't quite look like that, don't freak out. All right, because it's formed a circle. Okay, so by the time you've done your first and second row, it should look similar to this. Okay, with a circle to where you can just hold it like this and it's a circle. See what I'm saying? It doesn't actually start to form an actual cuff and stand up on its own until you get to like row, I would say like 4 or 5, and then it should start to like kind of stand up by itself, you know. And when it starts to get to that, when it gets that high up, I'll flip it inside out like I always do. That way the pattern and the cuff will match, because right now that cuff is like backwards. You'll see when I'm starting to go get further, and I don't like it to stay like that. So it's easier for me for it to like match the pattern, you know, because then I can just go bloop 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 like a puzzle. All right, so now we're on number 3. So we go back to this corner piece over here and we go right there. All right, so we need 1 2 3 4 dark gray beads. 4. All right. Oop. Oh, crap. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull those through. That way we can start fresh with the new one. And you want to pull it kind of hard, but not too hard where it like snaps or where it gets like kind of jumbled up or whatever. All right, so now we're on 3. So we need 1 black, and then we need a gray, 2 blacks, and a gray, and that will be for her face and mouth. So gray. So technically we need 2 grays, 2 blacks. All right. So we're doing a gray right now. Just go right here, and then 2 blacks, But yeah, I mean, I'm happy and I'm grateful for the old tutorials I used to watch, like back in 2016, I would say 20. It was like 2016, 2017. Because if I wouldn't have started watching those, I would have never figured out how to make them. Now, what I would like to happen, I would love to find somebody out here in YouTube land that's making candy mask that would show me step by step, like I'm doing, of how to read the patterns and how to make the daggum mask, because I really want to start making those. I have so many patterns for those, but I don't, they're like, I can't figure out how to do it. I know how to make them, but I can't figure out how to start the pattern. You see what I'm saying? All right, now do want to kind of pull a little bit. So you see it starting to form, kind of starting to stand up, not really, but kind of. All right, so now we need blacks. So now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blacks. But yeah, I would love to find like somebody on here that could like show me, you know, step by step how to start the candy mask. And you know, because I'm confused. Like, they're hard to like figure out, man, because they don't look anything like those. Like, some of the patterns don't even have numbers on them, you know, and I can't figure it out. And like, so I can't, like, it's hard for me to figure out where the middle is on the daggum thing because there's no numbers on it. And then it's like, which way do I start? Do I go up or down? And then what? And so if I go up, like, how do I get back down? Do I use the same string, or do I cut that string off and like then get another string? You know, like, I don't know. I have so many questions, and I've asked people that who make videos, but nobody responds to me. So I'm like, ugh. And I can't figure. And then the other videos I've seen, like, the people aren't even, they're not even speaking any English, and there's no like translation anywhere. Like, YouTube, like back in the day when YouTube first started, they used to have a button you could press. I don't even know if anybody even remembers this, but there used to be a button you could press that was a translator button. And that was such a lifesaver, because then I could understand what people were saying in their native tongue. But now I have no clue. Like, you know, it's just, ugh. All right, so now that's what it should look like. All right, so we're not done yet. We still got like 3 more beads to put on. All right, so if you go to over here, which you can't see over here because I don't know, you might can, probably not. All right, there's a number 3 bead, dark gray on top of a black bead. So we need 3 of those because we skipped a bead at the beginning. Okay, when we started, we skipped a bead, so we got to put it back on. All right, so we need 3 dark grays. 1, 2, 3. All right, cool beans. Yeah. All right, and then, come on. You know, I have, what you call it, a threading needle. It's supposed to be like a candy threading needle. And I'm almost tempted to pull it out and use it. I've never, ever, ever used one before. But just because of how swollen my hands are, it's just like, oh my gosh, so much more difficult today to make them. All right, so now when we put this last bead on, it's going to go through that bead and it's going to go through that one. The string is, okay? Yes. And then you just grab it, pull it through. Should be easy peasy. And then pull it kind of tight, not too tight, but you want it a little tight, and then kind of do like this. Yay! And now it is sitting up. Woohoo! All right, so now we're on number 4, and we'll be putting a bead in right there. All right. See, now it's going to be so much more easier to be able to do it because it's sitting up now. All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3 dark gray beads. Oh, my hair is the laundry. I might have to pause for a second so I can go put those in the dryer. But let me, I'll do row number 4 and then I'll pause to go do that. Okay. Because I really need to go put those in the dryer so I can start another load. I'm so behind on my clothes. Oh my gosh. And I was, you know, she's so sweet to let me use her washer and dryer while I'm here. To get caught up on my laundry. All I had to do was bring my own detergent and stuff. All right, so I'm doing 1 black bead, and now we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gray beads, light gray beads. So 2, 3, oh my gosh, 3, 4, 5. All right, and this is her face, okay, that we're putting together. Come on. I am having so much difficulties right now, man. Goodness gracious. Come on, get in there. Alright, there it goes. Come on, you can do it. Oh, you turd. Come on, get in there. There you go. Alright. Let's pull it through. But yeah, I don't know if any of y'all make candy or not, but if anybody knows how to make candy cuffs, man, and could help me out, figure the pattern out, please comment below. Because I would love to start making those. I have so many patterns. No, I'm definitely not messing with any magic. I don't believe in that crap. I'm making a candy cuff. Reza, I think that's what it says. Yeah, Reza. I'm making a candy cuff. I'm making this Marcelin candy cuff from Adventure Time. And oh no, don't do that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making this, and it doesn't look right like right now, like I said before, because it's inside out. So once I get to number 5, I'll pull it back through so y'all can see what it's supposed to be. All right, so now I'm on 4, right? So I need, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4 black beads to finish for her hair. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, and plus also once I pop it inside out, the string won't be on that side. You see how it's like on that side, and it's harder for me to like position my hands and stuff. Yeah, it won't be like that once I've pull the string, or once I flip the candy cuff inside out. Then it'll be way easier for me to like do it, because right now I'm like come on. Plus, I think I need to turn on this other light. It's like kind of dim in here. I was trying to do like natural light earlier or something, I guess, but it's just not working out like I thought it was going to. All right, and now towards the end of this, so now we go to, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 dark gray beads. 2, 3, 4. Alright. And I guess it's raining again outside. I hear it. I'm about so over the rain. And I see that there's a new hurricane that's formed, Aaron, which is my middle name. I thought that was pretty funny that there's a hurricane that's formed named Aaron. So anyway, when I get back in the room, I'll be starting number 5, but I'm going to go, now I'm going to flip it inside out, okay? Alright, yay. So now this, where I'm getting ready to start, matches that. Okay? So I'll be right back. Oh, crap. Ooh. Just give me a minute. Ooh, really. Sat me too long. Ooh. There. That works. Oh, Okay, I'm back now. Thank you. Thank goodness. Oh, Lord. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Crap. Oh, don't work now. Sorry. I'm trying to sit in this chair, and I had to put a butt pillow down because this chair is like is straight wood and it's killing my rump. My rump. All right, now on number 5. I'm finally on number 5, and I guess just leave it like that. So now we're starting right there. All right, and we need 2 dark gray beads. And then we'll need 2 black beads. Whoops, sorry. Move that all the way. Alright, sweet. Alright, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 light gray beads. 1, 3, 4, 5. 5 light gray. I don't know, I'll probably come back on here later tonight and make another one, probably, because I have like, so I have to make 4 candy cuffs excuse me, for 2 different people. This one girl, her one of my best friends, she lives in Illinois. Her daughter wants 3 candy cuff bracelets. She wants an ICEE one, which I have that pattern with me. She wants this anime girl. She's blowing bubbles and it says LOL on the pattern. She wants that one, and she wants the rainbow My Little Pony. I guess it's Dash or whatever. She wants that one. I have done that one before for somebody, and I normally have a rule where I won't remake the same pattern for anybody except the person I made it for originally. But I do not talk to that person anymore or their family, so I think all bets are off as that goes. And plus, like I said, this girl is all the way in Illinois, so it's not like they're ever going to run into each other. I'm pretty sure B doesn't still even have that candy cup I made her. She probably tossed it forever ago. Alright, now we're doing black. So we're going to do 3 black beads. But normally, I would not break my rule. But I mean, if I'm not talking to the family anymore and I don't have anything to do with them, then I consider all bets off. You know what I'm saying? So open game. But normally I wouldn't do that. Like normally it would just be whatever pattern you wanted. Like that would be your own pattern. And I keep track of which pattern goes to who, so that if they tell me it breaks later on, I can remake it for them for free and send it back out to them. And nobody else is going to do that. Like, you're not going to find anybody that's willing to do that anywhere you go in this life, but I am, because that's how much I love making candy, and I just like, it brings me such joy. Okay, so now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dark gray beads. But I love making candy. It's like, it's time consuming, it's enjoyable, it relaxes me. I mean, yeah, there might be some times where I get stressed out when I'm doing it because my fingers don't want to work properly, or like I skip a bead, or excuse me, whatever. But for the most part, I really enjoy making it. I love doing arts and crafts. Like, that's my favorite thing to do. I think that's why I like cleaning so much. I mean, granted, yes, I like to clean so I can make that money, but I also do it because I'm able to, like, share my love with people at the same time. Like, I enjoy what I'm doing. I'm not gonna disrespect you by bringing somebody up in your house that you don't know. I'm at least gonna let you meet whoever's helping me first, and I'm not gonna go through your stuff while I'm there. Like, I don't care what you got. Like, there ain't nothing you got that I want. Promise and believe. And I'm gonna take care of your stuff. Like, I'm gonna take my time when I'm doing stuff, and I try not to take too much time, but there are some times where I get like overwhelmed in the moment, or like I forget what I'm doing, and I might redo the same spot like 3 or 4 times in a row. But I promise that's not intentional. It's my brain just does not want to compute half the time. All right, so now yeah, that's right. All right, so now we're on 6. So we're gonna do 1 dark gray bead, and then we need 2 blacks, and just go ahead and pull that string there. All right. And now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 light grays. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and let me just show you this real fast. Okay, so you see how this bead, crap, I dropped it. You see how this bead has like that piece on it, and it's like sharp? Okay, what I do is I just take my fingernail and I just like scratch it off to where it's not like gonna poke crap out of you. It still might scratch you a little bit, but whenever it's on, you just roll it to where it's not like, attacking your arm. All right. So. Yeah, and like I said earlier, I don't have the My Little Pony pattern with me, and I don't have the Blowing Bubbles pattern with me, and I don't have the other pattern for the other girl that wants candy, that works at the boba store, that I'm going to trade a cuff for a drink with. And And I'm actually not just only going to give her a cuff though. I was going to make her what I call is my pick-me-up boxes that I do. That has like different like little goodies in it. Like sometimes I'll put like snacks in there or like edible candy. You know, I'll put bath stuff in there, candles, stuff like that, you know, like girly stuff, you know, or, you know, just fun stuff. You know, I put a lot of fun stuff in my boxes. All right, now we need 2 blacks for her hair. But so I got 2 of those boxes to make up. I got 1 cuff that I made on camera like a week or 2 ago, the panda bear that had 2 pandas on it. So I made, so one girl wants that cuff and the other one wants a Hello Kitty. So I have, like I said, I have 4 patterns I need to do before Saturday. So today's Friday. So well, actually I only have, I need to get the other one done, and I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do that yet because I don't have a printer. I think she's got a printer, but I don't know if it's a color printer or not. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that, and I might can pull it up on her. I might can pull the pattern up on the TV, maybe. And if I do that, then I'm gonna try to do like maybe go live with that, making that one. I'll have to like set up shop over there somewhere. So I haven't figured it out yet. I just like ideas that are popping off in my head. You know, that might happen, might not happen, whatever. But I think they both the girls said they work only on the weekends. So I have like Saturday and Sunday that they'll be there. You know, and today of course, but I don't have the stuff with me today. So, all right, let's go. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6 dark gray beads. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then also sometimes you'll get these that have, like you said, that line of plastic that's sticking out. Again, you just take your fingernail to it and you just scratch it off of there, because it's annoying when you're getting like cut up by plastic and you have it on. But like I said, if you can't get it off and you make the cuff like that, all they got to do is like, you know, twirl the beads another way and it won't be like as irritating. See, there's one right there too. Yay. Actually, I see a couple that are like that. Whoops. Alright. Last one for this row. Like I said. Boop. Got caught on my finger. Alright. Yay. See? You can see that it's starting to form. Yay. Woohoo. I'm excited. Alright, now we're on number 7. Yay. Time for the eyes. And this pattern goes all the way to 19, so we got a ways to go. Alright, so now we're going to do 1 dark gray bead. We need 2 blacks. And then we need a red, and then 2 light grays. And then a red and 2 light grays. All right. And then we need 1 black. And pull it through. Yay. All right, and then let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 dark grays. 2, 4, 6, 7. Hey, girl. What's up? What you doing? So you get lonely back there? Yeah? What's wrong? What you doing? It's okay, Daisy. It's okay, Daisy. Alright, let's just make sure that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Alright. It's not time to eat yet, darling. You still got like an hour, probably an hour and a half. What time is it? I don't even know. Oh yeah, it's only 4:47. You got like an hour and probably an hour and 15 minutes or so left before you get food. You'll be okay. You just come in here. Go lay down on your bed. No, don't start licking your daggone bowl. There's nothing in there. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Daisy. Really? Darling. She's like, I thought I seen a spot I missed earlier. I think I did. Yeah? You're so thirsty, ain't you? I know. Thank you for reminding me I need to drink my water too. Okay. After this one, I will take a swallow. Some water. Oh yeah. Hold it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See? Now it looks really good. Oh yeah. See? It's starting to match it. Woohoo! Yay! I just love making some candies. Woohoo! So excited. What are you doing, little girl? Come here. Tum tum. Come here. I know, we're gonna watch some. You wanna? Well, we can't watch it right now because I don't want to get copyrighted on this video. But when I get done doing this, we'll watch some. We'll watch a show. Either an anime show or something. I found a couple of shows. I watched From Me to You. They had it as like, you know, real people, like live people or whatever. That was really, really, really good. I have not watched the cartoon. I said cartoon. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that C word. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. I have not watched that anime. It is not a cartoon. It's an anime. I used to get so mad when people would be like, oh, it's just a cartoon. I'm like, no, it's not. It's definitely not a cartoon. Like, animes are way different. They're not even the same. Cartoons are like, I don't know, the way they're drawn is crappy, you know? Okay, let's see. So now I'm on number 8. So I'll need 2 blacks. But anyway, so last night when I watched, well, I started on my phone watching it through Netflix from Me to You, and then I finished it last night when I got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 light grays. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But when I was like, I always go to see like who's in the cast or whatever, and like see what all shows they're in also. And I found a whole bunch to like to start watching. So I can't tell you what they are right now because I literally just like picked them and added them to my playlist last night, and I didn't even like really remember any of the titles, but all the ones I picked are all like English dubbed. Because for me personally, don't get me wrong, I used to love to be able to watch movies in their native tongue and read the subtitles in English, but right now, and for like the longest time, I can't do that anymore. Because like it's harder for me to pay attention to the movie if I'm having to read the subtitles. You know what I'm saying? It's just easier for me to just go ahead and put it in dubbed English, and then I could pay attention to both what they're saying and pay attention to like what I'm watching, you know. But I'm not knocking movies or TV shows that are in the native language with subtitles. Like I used to love to watch that stuff, but I just can't anymore. Because honestly, I can't see unless I have my glasses on, you know. And like the subtitles, they just go so fast, so I have to really be paying attention. And then half the time, I have to rewatch the show like 2 or 3 times before I even understand what actually just took place. When if I just turn the subtitles on, or if I just turn the subtitles off and turn it to English, then I can fully pay attention to everything that's happening like all at once, and you know, I can retain that information a whole lot faster than, you know, having to read something while I'm trying to watch something. Like, it's annoying. So, whoops. Come back. All right, now I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna do 7 dark grays. And for anybody that's just tuning in, I'm making this Marcelin KANDICUFF. This pattern right here is for 32 by 10, but I added 2 extra lines to it at the very beginning, so it will be a 34 by 10, which means at the end I'll only add 1 extra bead instead of 2. Because your very first row, the number 1s, the very first row has to always end an even number. If it ends in an odd number, your cuff is going to be like super whack. It's not going to make sense. So, but after the first row, it can end in an odd number. It's just the very first row. It has to end in even numbers. That's another thing the candy people didn't never tell me. So I had to figure it out on my own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. But I used to follow Mariah all the time on here. She was Candy Kid, and she made like all kinds of candy cuffs, candy masks, like everything. Like I think dude, I don't even know. She's made everything, like purses out of candy, like clothes out of candy. I used to have an old friend that made a candy wand. It was like a cane straight up. I mean, it was a regular cane, but it had like this. She wrapped candy going all the way around it, and I think it was badass, and it glue in the dark. And then she even put like LED lights in it, so it was like really bling bling. She made a candy skirt one time and a candy bra, and like, yeah, I was trying to get her to help me make a candy mask, but we ended up falling out, so that never happened. I mean, technically she didn't do anything to me, but I cut her off because I just don't agree with her lifestyle, and I don't want to be a part of it. So, man. All right, so I'm putting this last one on, and then because all right, so ooh. All right, now we're on number 9. Yeah. Hey. All right, so 2 blacks. And then a red. And then 2 light grays. And I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even be making this, but I already had all the stuff picked out for it. But if I was just gonna go make one, I wouldn't be making this. Like, I'm only doing it because I already had the pattern and I already had the beads picked out. So I was like, well, at least I can, like, you know, give it away or sell it or something. All right, now we need a black. And then we need a light gray. And then we need a black. All right. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8 dark grays. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I know that the Adventure Time ones are like really popular, or they used to be really popular. But I have like most of my candy patterns that I have on my Facebook page. That's what they are Adventure Time, because I love that freaking show. That show was amazing. It was just so funny, and like it was, some of it was just like so like silly. It was like so stupid. It was silly, you know. But it was such a good show. Like, I loved it, absolutely loved it. And I can't remember the name of the movie that I watched here recently, but it actually had the guy in it who played Finn. Of course, he's older now, so but yeah, I thought it was really cool because I recognized the voice. I was like, man, I know that voice. That sounds like Finn. And then I looked up when the credits rolled. I was like, I recognized his name. I was like, no way. I was like, that's so cool. But, you know, if I was gonna, oh, you see how I just got twisted? Yeah, don't let it get twisted, because then it will like make it like jinky. You don't want that. All right. And then I need, oh wait. No, I don't. That's the last bead. It threw me off. But yeah, if I was gonna sell my cuffs, because I used to want to sell my cuffs, and I mean, still technically I would like to sell them if I did it on, like, I used to say all the time that I would create my own site so I could sell all my candy cuffs. And like the ones that were like this that go to 19 on our characters, they would be $20 a piece. And just the character ones in general would be $20 a piece. But if they're higher than this, you know, the pattern goes to like 21 or like 25 or 30. those could get really pricey. I would sell them between $25 and like $40, because I have some that go all the way to number 40. That would literally take me probably like 3 hours to make, if not longer. And that uses so many beads, so many beads. And then all my proceeds for every cuff would go to my homeless fund, so I could get supplies, food, and various stuff to keep them warm in the winter. Because that's what I was doing to begin with. But then, I used to make a lot of candy for different people that I would see like on Facebook. Like stuff had happened to them. Like this one girl, she got burned up in a fire. Her mom started a fire, while her and her dad and her siblings were asleep, and the fire actually killed like three people in that house. I think like three of her siblings. The dad was able to escape, and she got burned up really, 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 really bad. And I made her a cuff when she was like, I think like 8 or 9 years old, and it was a Superman. It was a Superman cuff, but it was all hot pink, glow in the dark pink, and like light pink. But it was a Superman symbol. But she loved color pink, so I made that for her. I sent it to her for free, of course. And then I made this other girl one. What was her name? Aldea Rose or something like that. She actually just passed away last year. She had that one disease. I can't pronounce this. I don't want to try, but it's the disease that starts with the letter P, and it basically it ages you like super fast. You know what I'm saying? Like really fast. And it makes the rest of your body not be able to like develop properly. So she was super small, and she wasn't able to have any hair, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she had like serious, like, it was an illness though. I mean, she was born like that. So anyway, I found out what her favorite animal was, and I made her a cuff and I sent it to her. And then there was Audrey. Was it Audrey? Yeah, Audrey. I sent her a cuff. She was the girl that they used to do memes about her. It was the Taylor Swift. She was obsessed with Taylor Swift when she was little. And she also was born with a rare disease that affects her blood. But she had birth defects as well. And anyway, so I made her a cuff and sent it to her. Her dad, I had sent him a message through Facebook and found out her favorite Disney character was Snow White. So I made her this, and it was huge, man. It was like, I don't know, it took up probably her whole arm. But I made her this cuff, and it was Snow White, and I mailed it and sent it to her. So there was a bunch of people, and then there was a couple other people that I heard their stories through Facebook or even on the news, and so I'd make them candy cuffs and mail them out and stuff. And so I was just like, well, honestly, I just enjoyed making them, and really, I don't even care if I get any money for them, because I'm not pocketing the money. Like, I would literally just use it for what I said I was using it for, which is homeless fund. And, I was like, if people want to give me donations, then sure, I'll take them. But honestly, I don't even care about it, So that's pretty much why I never even started my That's pretty much why I never even started my own website, because I was just like, I just, I like to wear my candy out, and if people go, oh man, that's so cool looking, like, how'd you do that? I'll be like, oh, you like this? Well, do you want it? Because, like, that's why I make them, so I can, like, give them away. And they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, man, like, I don't care. Here, take my card too, so in case it, like, breaks or falls apart, and you hit me back up, let me know which one you got, and I'll remake it for you and send it to you for free of charge. They're like, really? And I'm like, yeah. Like, I don't care. So, I mean, nobody else is going to do that, you know? But I'm not like everybody else, so I'm glad I'm not like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else anyway. That's boring, you know? Alright, now I'm on row 10. Yeah, I'm on row 10. So I need 2 blacks. And I'm not saying all that crap to like brag either. I'm just having a conversation. You know. Alright, so this black bead is gonna sit on top of those 3 gray beads. You see? Like right beside the eye, right there. So that's what it's supposed to look like. Alright. Now we'll need 3 light gray beads. I'm just, you know, I share stuff with people, like, not to brag, but to, like, inspire y'all to, like, you know, go out here and, like, do your own thing to help people out as well, you know, because it's not about me. I mean, I don't care. I mean, I care about people's souls. That's, like, pretty much it, you know, like, I care if you know, are living the right way. You know, I care if you're, you know, you're like partaking in stuff that you know you ain't supposed to be partaking in, like drugs, alcohol, sex, all that stuff like that. You know, I want to share my story with people to inspire people not to make the same bad choices I made early in life and even later on in life, because it hasn't gotten me anywhere. It's gotten me with more problems, and you know, it set me back a lot. So, you know, if I can inspire other people to wake up, then my job's complete. 1, 2, 3, 3 black beads. You know, it's like when I make my videos about me reading the Bible, or, you know, sharing my testimony, or like burning my stuff, you know, I do it not to be like, whoa, look at me, you know, to like brag or anything. I do it to be like, hey, you know, if I can do this, if God can use me this way to like inspire other people to like have a relationship with Him and to, you know, get out of their own self, then I'm doing something right, you know. But I can't make anybody change, and I can't force anybody to change, and I'm not trying to do either one of those things. I'm just sharing my own struggles with people in hopes that y'all don't do the same, you know. I mean, I know as good as anybody else does, this world is not my home. I'm just like basically sitting duck until I get to leave here. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 8. Yep. 8 dark grays. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ha ha ha. There's some Count Dracula up in that thing. It wasn't Count Dracula. What was it? Count was his name from Sesame Street. Counts. You need 8 black beads. Oh, oh, oh. I love that show. It was so good. I mean, back in the day, man. I mean, when I first started watching it, that was like, man, that was back in the 80s. 1980 something. Did I buy that album? I did buy that album. I bought the Sesame Street album I found at a the store last week, and I got this other album. What is it? It's V-Day. It is actual commentary by Robert F. Kennedy after the end of World War II. And I thought that was pretty awesome. So, and it had like no scratches on it. So I was like, man, I'm taking this. And once I get my setup with my turntables and stuff, I'm gonna like mix it into something, you know, put some educational stuff with them on mix. All right, now we need, I think, just one, right? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, one black bead. Now we can start on number 11. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, that's the kind of music I grew up on. I mean, yeah, of course we had breaks and like drum bass. Well, we didn't have drum bass back then. We had jungle. It was strictly jungle and breaks and house music and techno. And then we had like, you know, industrial, I guess, but it wasn't even called industrial back then. It was just like new wave, you know, and like, you know, stuff like that. So, but that's what everybody did back in the day. Like when I'd go out to like raves and stuff, people were like mixing like, you know, all kinds of like beats mixed with like other kind of music, you know, and it sounded perfect. I mean, some of the stuff didn't sound perfect. Some of it was like pretty off, but a lot of it sounded really good, and I was always like interested in that part, that aspect of it. Like, okay, my ex at the time, he man, I'm telling you what, like I've only met a couple DJs that were on his same wavelength that could take like regular music and mix it with like breaks and other stuff and make it sound completely perfect, like it was always supposed to be like that, and there'd be like no flaws, and like, I mean, the whole thing would be flawless, you know. And it's really hard to find people that can do that, that have that kind of talent, that could like mix it correctly and scratch too at the same time, and it just sound like it's always been like that, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people these days, they don't know what they're doing, you know. It takes more than just pressing a freaking button. Like, I'm talking about like going back old school to like records, you know, not CDJs, not like all of this new technology, not even like using like a computer, or just only using a computer. Like, I ain't talking like that. Like, that's just, you're cheating the system by doing all that. Like, in my opinion, you're cheating the system by doing all that. Bring it back old school, man. I love me some vinyl. I love to hear that static when the needle hits the record, and that static, that, you know, it's like, it's just, it makes my heart flutter. Like, I just love it so much. All right, now we're doing 3 black beads. Put the needle on the record. Put the needle on the record. And a lot of my friends were DJs, or I should say, a lot of my ex-friends are DJs, because I cut almost all of them off. I cut almost all of them off, man. Like, I had to, man. I had to separate myself, you know. And I went back and forth with a lot of that stuff, like, you know. And even I still keep doing it like that, you know. Like, I'm still going back and forth with a lot of people, because, you know, I'm trying to be a better, you know, daughter to Yahweh, and, you know, I'm trying to keep it as real as I possibly can, but it's hard, man. You know, it's really hard to, like, I mean, and he tells us in the Bible it's not an easy walk at all to be, you know, to be a Jesus follower. It's not, you know. I mean, think about it. It's not supposed to be, though, because think about it. Jesus, he didn't have it easy when he was here on earth. So if he didn't have it easy, why should we have it easy? You know what I'm saying? We should struggle just as much as he did. But that struggle is worth it in the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dark grays. I mean, it's so worth it, man, to like be sober and like not partake in any bad stuff, and you know, hang out with good people and hang out with like godly people, and to like read your Bible, and you know, to practice what you preach. You know what I'm saying? It's so worth it in the end to like, you know, inspire people to do the right thing instead of being like the rest of the world that's so ate up with their own daggum demons and, you know, all this other stuff. And I mean, it's just going to get worse. It's going to get way worse out here. But, you know, if you have a relationship with Jesus Christ, then it will get better. And you'll see more things happen in your life when you're like faithful to Him. He'll open so many more doors and so many more opportunities for you when you're just like, you trust in Him and you believe Him, and you know, like help other people find Him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so much more stuff will pop off for you, and you'll just be like, man, why did I waste all that time on these wrong things? Why did I waste all that time on these wrong people? Why did I waste my time on, you know, watching these bad shows or listening to this bad music or reading these bad books? You'll just be like, man. And you'll get to a point, like I got to a point, where you just don't even want it anymore. And you might give it away, but you might be like me and decide to burn it all instead, because you don't want to pass whatever the bad stuff is on to other people, because you don't want nobody else to go get trapped in that same cycle that you were trapped in. I mean, that's how it was for me, you know, but I'm not saying you're going to be exactly like me, but you might be, you know. I mean, you might be. You know, you just gotta do whatever Yahweh's telling you, whatever Jesus is leading you to. That's what you need to be doing, you know. But you really, really, really should be like, when you're praying, make sure that you're praying. Make sure when you're praying, you're like doing it inside your head, because the devil, he's always listening. He's always around us. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna do you the way he did me and the way he does everybody else, and he's gonna like deceive you and make you believe that you're like, you know, hearing from God or whatever. You know, I'm not saying it's gonna happen every single time, but you know, don't be surprised if it does happen. You know, and unfortunately for me, I found out the hard way that the devil sends people to you to still kill, destroy you. Looking back now, I mean, half the people I was hanging out with are straight up demonic. That's why I shouldn't even be making this, you know? Technically, I shouldn't even be making this, because what is she? She's a vampire. What is a vampire? You know? Think about it. That's not good, you know? You know? So, well, there's that conviction, right? So there's that conviction. See, I told you, it will happen the way it's supposed to. Yep, there's that conviction. So, all right, I'm just gonna stop this. I'm glad y'all hung out with me for a bit, though. It was great. You know, I am gonna stop, because I shouldn't be making that. I shouldn't be making this. I shouldn't. It goes against everything I believe in. You know, it does. You know, sometimes it takes a minute for it to like register. You know, sometimes it does. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me for the last hour and 30 minutes. I do. I appreciate it a lot. There's that conviction, though. So yeah, I've been convicted. I'm just gonna throw this in my burn bag. I'll just take this completely apart, and because I need the beads. I don't need to even waste the string. You know, I don't want to cut it open and waste the string completely. You know, so that's not good. But anywho. I will be back later to, man, that goes all the way to 23. That thing's gonna be way taller than this was supposed to be, and this only went to 19. All right, so I'll be back later to maybe make that one. All right, or I have I can make that as a Jesus cuff, and I have this one to make. This is Oscar the Grouch. I have that to make. So I'll either be back later to make this one or make the other one tonight. But I'm sorry that I wasted y'all's time. I mean, it kind of wasn't a waste exactly. Like, I think I was like helping, but then I just got convicted in my own self by talking about Jesus. And see, that's how the Holy Spirit does, man. That's how the Holy Spirit does. Hey, girl, it's been a long time. Hey, girl, hey. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to feel better. Like, I know, it's just my hands. But, anywho, I know. I'm gonna, I'm gonna try to come back on here tonight, probably around 7. So, remember, I'm in technically right now, I'm in North Carolina. So, it will be 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, I don't know if you behind me an hour. If you're behind me an hour, it will be 6 your time. I'll be back on. I miss you too, love. And okay. I found your address. Okay. Yeah, it's 5:12 for me. So we're an hour behind each other. Yeah, I finally found your address. So I have it in my room. I'm gonna write you a letter, and that way you'll have my address as well, so you don't lose it. And like I said before, I have another Facebook page. You know, just whenever I write you, write me back or something, so that I can find you back on Facebook. That way I can add you on my page, and then if you still want my other page, I'll give you that too. But my other page is Sharon Tate, Tate. Oh, that's my other page. And I think right now my profile picture says, "I can't wait to hug Jesus." I think that's what my profile picture says on the Sharon Tate. All right, well, hang on a second. Don't take it off yet. Let me go find a pen. Oh, crap. My butt is not. Oh, that's that way. Oh. All right, don't take it off. Don't take it off. Let me write it down. Oh. All right, hang on. All right. All right, cool. Thank you. I will find you then. And I don't know if I told you this before or not, but I had went to the store before I stopped shopping at Sam's, because I'm boycotting the Sam's Club and Walmart. Although I have been going to Walmart to get my freaking Swiffers, but anyway. So I had bought like 2 gigantic cases, flats of that oodles, that cup of noodles stuff, you know what I'm saying? And to give them to the homeless people. And I went and ordered like like 100 counts of chopsticks. And so, what I was planning on doing in one plastic bag, like like one gigantic like gallon size bag, I'm planning on putting a cup of noodle in there and then a bottle of water, so they'll have it to be able to add it to their cup of noodles, so that if they're near a gas station or something, they could just go and they can use the microwave to like warm to make their noodles. But then it dawned on me, like, okay, so they sell the cup of noodles in the daggum gas stations, right? So I don't want anybody to get in trouble and think that the gas station attendants think that they stole the cup of noodles from the store. So what I decided to do is write in permanent magic marker, "I love you" on one side, and then "Jesus loves you" on the other side, and draw like a smiley face on the top of it, so that nobody will think that it got stolen out of the gas station. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a great idea. So, and then also I was gonna do like a spoon and like forks for like the people that can't figure out how to use the chopsticks. But I was telling one of my best friends that the other day, and she's like, "Who the hell uses chopsticks with ramen?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "You mean to tell me you eat ramen and you don't use chopsticks? That's weird." Like, I'm sorry. I'm a chopsticks girl, man. I will use chopsticks for anything and everything. I don't care what it is. Like, but that's just me. But yeah, man, I'm sorry. I had everybody on here, and I got super excited about making that Marcelin cuff, and then I decided at the last minute to take it apart. I know. But that's how the Holy Spirit convicts you, man. When you're like, oh yeah, exactly. That's the only way to eat ramen is with chopsticks. I don't understand people that can't use chopsticks. I just don't get it. Like, it's not that hard. It's not hard at all to do it. But yeah, like I said before, I have a bunch of like cuffs to make. So I have this pattern. This one I have to do for that one girl, like in Illinois. But then that one was just an extra. And then I actually already have the beads for this, and that is actually Oscar the Grouch. It's 2 of them. And then I have like 2 more Jesus ones, milkshake, and then yeah. So I have I guess like 3 Jesus patterns to make. But there's, like I said before, there's 3 more cuffs I need to make before the end of the weekend, and I haven't figured out yet how I'm gonna pull up the Hello Kitty one. That one should be really easy. I'm not even sure how big that one's gonna be, but that one should be pretty easy. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here, man, so I can take this thing apart and put the beads back up and get some stuff together for this. Because I wrote it down, but I don't even know where I put any of my information at, so I gotta figure it out. I got stuff everywhere. And the dog's freaking out, so I probably need to go take her outside. But I'll talk to you later. Make sure you come on 6 o'clock your time, 7 my time. All right, I'll see you in a couple hours. Love you, girl. Bye. Thank you, everybody else who tuned in. Sorry that I didn't finish what I was supposed to do. All right, bye.